Hey guys, Josh Wiesner here, professional fisherman, owner of the Boat Dock and HotShotCustoms.com. Today I got a treat for you. We are looking at the differences between the brand new Livescope XR for extra range and the original Livescope LVS34. So stay tuned, you're not going to want to miss this one. Okay guys, here's my setup. I got the new LVS34 Garmin, the Livescope XR mounted on this is actually the Garmin pole kit with the HotShotCustoms.com adapter kit off your rail, so in case you're wondering. But today we're going to go different depths from in that 10 to 15 range out to that 30-foot range, to the 80-foot range, to the 100-foot range, and look at the differences between the new 62 XR and the LVS34 and get a grab of what each unit can do and what the advantages or disadvantages are. All I have to do with this is swing it over the side, tighten this up, and I'm going. So stay tuned, let's do it. Okay, so here's what we have going on. We have the LVS34, the XR transducer on the top here. We're zoomed out 55 feet. The bottom one is the LVS34. And I do have the color gain cranked up to 100% on both units, and the gain is at 56% on each. So we're relatively shallow, 13 feet, and the clarity between on the 34 is definitely crisper than the XR, which I kind of expect because the XR is not made for shallow water. So if I zoom way out here, let's see how far we can go. So we're at, it's still fuzzy, but we're at 120, 110. Let's go to 120 feet on both. And it's definitely, you can see I still got way more lines on the XR for sure. It's definitely reaching out further, right? You see how it gets blurrier here at 100 feet. So definitely more power on the XR for sure. Okay, so you can see it's a little bit blurrier in the shallower range on the XR. Let's go a little deeper ones. Okay, here we're in 27 feet. We're looking at a crib. And there's a bunch of bait fish and fish above it, probably bluegills above it. There's a fish swimming up. I can see it on the 34 and not, oh, there it goes on the 62. So remember, 62 is on the top. I think we are seeing a little bit more with the 62 here. So I could turn that color gain down and see if we can get a little better view here, but definitely picking up. Well, I can see them pretty good on the 34 now too. Definitely have to have the angle perfect. Okay, here I turn the color gain down to 80% just to kind of get rid of the blurry, blobby looking. And that crib is out about 50 feet now, and you can see the fish definitely clearer on the 62. And I'm kind of just drifting away here. So let's go out. We're going to go further away and look at this same crib and see if we can see how it looks. Okay, here's that same crib, and it's out about 105 feet. And definitely crisper, definitely brighter on the 62. Still plenty of power though on the 34, but you can definitely see that XR is reaching out and touching that crib way better than that 34. But you can still see the fish on top of the crib from back here. Now they're at 90. Still pretty impressed with the 34 for sure compared to this XR transducer. So now we're going to go deep. We're going to go in that 100-foot range and see what this XR is capable of. Okay, we're going to do the spoon drop test, 98 feet. We're going to go in so it's almost down mode, 40 feet on each. And I'm going to drop this thing, spot lock, drop the spoon down. Let's see what we can see the difference is. Okay, I am down 90-ish feet. The XR is easier for me to use actually because it's not on the trolling motor, so it's on this handle where I can direct it while the trolling motor is in spot lock. So, all right, so let's just look at the top screen here. We're down 90 feet. Let's zoom in further. Oh, that's not gonna work. 25 feet. Okay, really distorted, right? Let's go out. 45. 65 feet out. I can see it pretty dang good for 98 feet of water. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Let's go out, crank my gain here. So I mean, once I crank my gain, I can really see it. That's pretty impressive. All right, let's go out to 100 feet. And I can still see it really well. So you zoom way in and it definitely distorts. The further out you go, the more crisp it gets. So now let's try to get it in on the 34 on the bottom screen. Let's see where we're at here. Let's crank my gain. There it is there. Okay, I'm on 40-foot scale. Color gain at 100%, regular gain at 76. I can see it. It's definitely not as good as the XR, but it's doable. If I go down in my gain, it's still there. So you want to crank your gain up as far as you can. Let's go out to 60 feet. There's a fish down there. So I'm still seeing it. I mean, we're in 98 feet of water. That's pretty dang impressive for this 34. I mean, how often are you fishing this deep, really? Let's go out to 100 feet. And I can still see it. So pretty acceptable on the 34 for 98 feet of water. So in conclusion, after using the LVS34 and LVS62 side by side, I would say the LVS34 is a awesome transducer the way it is. The 62 has its advantages, but it's only for the deep water aspect, which that's what it's made for. So it will see further out for sure, but you need that clarity to be able to tell your bait, what fish they are, stuff like that. So if you fish 100 feet and over, I would say look at the LVS62. Disadvantages of it is the size, the weight. You know, you really can't beat the 34 as of right now. So if we can help you with any of the Garmin product, make sure you look into the Boat Dock, www.theboatdock.com, 920-269-2628. We have all the Garmin product on display and have a ton in stock. So good fishing.